Welcome to my latest questionable life choice. Let's get this party started. I'm going to drive out to where we have a little bit more privacy than right in the middle of my driveway. But this thing is honestly freaking amazing. Is it my retirement car? Yeah, that's actually the intention. Not that I'm retiring anytime soon, but this has got, honestly, everything I have ever wanted in a car. It is beautiful, and I'm not the only one who thinks so. Even a lot of the haters say that the EV drivetrain is a waste in such a beautiful coupe. But it is. It's a beautiful car. It drives amazingly well, at least for something this big and heavy, and it's big. It's big. You know, I just for fun brought out a comparison of the dimensions on a 75 Cordoba, which was a huge personal luxury coupe from the 70s. And this car, now mind you, it wasn't considered a full size at the time, but even so, it was a big car. And this car is heavier than the Cordoba. It has about a foot longer wheelbase than the Cordoba. Not that that's a huge surprise, because overhangs were a big deal in the 70s. And it's only about 3 inches shorter in overall length. Like, that's nuts. So that's pretty hilarious. This car is very much a throwback. It's a throwback car. And I'm a throwback myself, so I guess that's where some of the attraction is. So the car makes sounds, and it makes kind of cool sounds. The trouble is, the sounds it makes are loud enough that I kind of have to keep them deactivated at home, because I leave so early in the morning. I typically leave for work about 6:15. That's early. And the startup sound that this makes is really convincing, but it's also really loud. One thing I want to point out that I found very attractive with this car is the interior. And what I like about the interior is they actually styled this to look like a performance car. The Mach-E has a very nice interior. I wouldn't want to run that down. It's got that beautiful big vertical center screen, and it's got that driver's display. Like the driver's display, and there's a lot of people who buy Mach-Es and say that's one of the reasons they do it, because Tesla does not have a similar dedicated driver's display. This car does a similar thing. Now, the driver's display is a lot larger, and it can cycle through a lot more different modes. And the central screen is smaller and trimmer and a little easier to work with and reach. I don't feel like I have to take my eyes off the road for this quite as much. It is canted a little bit toward the driver. I don't think that makes any huge difference. But this is just, it feels more sporty. It feels more luxurious. I wound up picking the name Lucille because I just happened to hear an old American Top 40 rerun the day after I put the deposit down. And it talked about B.B. King and his guitar. He was playing a club that caught fire, and he ran back inside to save his $15 guitar, which he went on to call Lucille, and that's what he called his guitars for the rest of his career. thought, you know what, this car actually does seem to be kind of a Lucille. I liked it. We're just pulling away from a stop here, and you can hear that really subtle sound in the background. It's a little more assertive than the so-called combustion sound on the Mach-E, which was so subtle that you hardly could hear it. So you may have heard it there. There is a little bit of a whine in the sound as you come down to a stop. You hear it a bit on startup. You hear it on shutdown. You hear it when the power shot is activated. There's this whine, and a lot of reviewers have heard that and thought it was some kind of gimmicky spaceship effect to make the EV sound a little different. Now, it is an effect to make the EV sound a little different, but it isn't spaceshipy. It's actually adapted from the 1963, the legendary 1963 Chrysler turbine car. They actually sampled the sound from that engine. I honestly love that they did that. To me, that's a fantastic little audio Easter egg, that this is a new propulsion type of car for Dodge, and that they found a way to reach in to the incredible engineering history of Chrysler Corporation to find a sound that signifies that change. I really, really love that.